You feel it, don't you? A shift in the air. A quiet, persistent rearrangement happening just beneath the surface of your everyday life. It's not loud or dramatic, it's a deep, humbling certainty that something is ending, and something else, something you've spent your whole life unknowingly preparing for, is about to begin. This isn't anxiety, and you're not imagining it. This is what it feels like when your soul outgrows its old container. When the person you've been can no longer inhabit the world you've known. You are standing at the vibrational closure of an entire chapter of your existence, and the new one is whispering your name. We are living through one of those rare moments in the human story where reality itself seems to be taking a deep, shuddering breath before a great leap. It is palpable. You sense it in the strange acceleration of time, in the eerie repetition of old lessons showing up at your door one last time, in the feeling that the world around you has become a fragile stage set, its scenes showing. For the chosen, for those like you, whose sensitivity is both a burden and a radar, this moment is felt first in the spirit, as a piercing clarity. It is the profound recognition that you can no longer pretend. The old ways of being, the old contracts you signed with life out of fear or obligation, the old versions of yourself that sought approval and played small, their energy is simply gone. You can't access it anymore, even if you tried. This is not destruction, it is completion. The cycle has reached its natural end because you, at your core, have. This is what it means to recognize the end. It's not a cataclysm, it's a quiet truth that settles in your bones. Relationships that once defined you now feel like conversations in a language you've forgotten. Paths that promised success feel narrow and suffocating. The ambitions that once drove you seem to belong to a stranger. This is your energy field, your very frequency, withdrawing from realities it can no longer sustain. You are not losing your mind. You are losing your attachment to a world that is dying, because you are being born into a new one. Life begins to feel like a series of rapid-fire tests, the same core lesson disguised in different clothes, appearing again and again. This is the universe's final exam, not to punish you, but to ask, with each iteration, have you learned? Will you now act from who you have become? Every repeated pattern, every old ghost that resurfaces, is a last chance to choose differently. To choose yourself. To choose truth. To choose the higher timeline. This process is often symbolized by the idea of the 144,000. Forget a literal head count. This is a code, a vibrational signature for a level of awakened consciousness. It represents those who have reached a point of spiritual maturity where they can no longer comfortably dwell in the old, dense frequencies of fear, separation, and illusion. They are the keepers of a new frequency, the ones who hold the line for what is emerging. You feel this activation not as a badge of honor, but as a relentless inner pressure. It's a call to integrity so severe that even a minor self-betrayal feels physically painful. Your intuition becomes a non-negotiable command. Your body reacts to lower vibrations with acute sensitivity. You feel drained by certain places, people, and conversations that never bothered you before. This is your system upgrading. You are being tuned to a new station, and the static of the old world is becoming unbearable. Crossing this fracture between timelines is not about waiting for a celestial event. It is an inside job of monumental proportions. It is a posture. The new reality does not open for those who philosophize about light, it opens for those who embody it, stumble, get up, and embody it again. The tests you face now are designed for one purpose, to force you to inhabit your new identity. They are mirrors, stark and unforgiving. If you claim to be a spiritual warrior, situations will arise that demand boundaries and courage. If you carry the energy of a healer, you will be presented with opportunities to serve that test your own boundaries and discernment. The universe is checking your vibrational receipts. It's asking, do you just talk the talk, or does this truth live in your bones? This is where the quantum leap happens, not in theory, but in the split-second choices of your daily life. Quantum physics, stripped to its spiritual core, tells us a simple, staggering truth: you are entangled with the reality that matches your dominant vibration. You cannot hate your job and attract your purpose. You cannot crave love from a place of desperate lack and attract a healthy partner. You cannot fear scarcity and vibrate with abundance. The leap occurs when your internal state, your beliefs, your emotional habits, your silent self-talk finally shifts to align with the reality you say you want. It happens when you see the old trigger and, instead of the old reaction, you pause. You breathe. You choose a different response. In that moment, you jump timelines. This journey is, by necessity, a solitary one. No teacher, no partner, no community can make this leap for you. This is the sacred loneliness of the Pathfinder. It is the final shedding of the herd mentality, where you learn to trust the quiet pulse of your own spirit above the roar of the collective. This is often when the most painful separations occur, not because you or they are bad, but because your energies are now committed to different futures. It feels like a rupture, but it is a divine sorting. The old timeline is collapsing around you, and everything not built on the bedrock of your authentic frequency must fall away. As you commit to this new posture, you may feel strange physical sensations: pressure in the head, tingling in the spine, deep fatigue followed by surges of energy. This is your luminous body, your energy field, reconfiguring itself. You are literally growing new spiritual circuitry to hold more light, more awareness. The seal spoken of in ancient texts is not a physical mark, it is this irreversible shift in your vibrational signature. It marks you as someone who operates under different rules. You become invisible to the strategies of the old world. Drama can't hook you, fear can't control you, validation no longer motivates you. You are under new management. The final stage of this transition is marked not by fanfare, but by a profound, unshakable silence within. The mental chatter subsides. The compulsive need to do something to prove your worth evaporates. You move from a state of reacting to a state of responding, guided by a deep, intuitive knowing. You begin to understand that your very presence is your purpose. Your aligned energy becomes a calming, clarifying force in any room you enter. You stop seeking a platform and realize that your life, lived authentically, is the platform. This is the new timeline. It is not a paradise without problems. It is a reality where you meet every circumstance from a foundation of inner sovereignty. It is a frequency of responsibility, where you know your thoughts, words, and actions are powerful creative forces. It is the humble, daily commitment to choose courage over comfort, truth over tradition, and love over fear. You are not going to this new world. You are building it, from the inside out, with every conscious breath. The collapse you sense is not the end of the world. It is the end of a world, the one you were conditioned to live in. And the quiet calling you feel? That is the sound of your true life, finally breaking through. The journey has only just begun, and you, because you feel this, are already home.